Hi everyone and welcome back. I'm Julie and today I'm sharing a secret weapon for your Easter baking that I know you're going to wish you would have had sooner. These are my Easter sugar cookies with royal icing. They're a game changer. The dough is so easy to work with and the shapes hold their shape while they bake, which is pretty big for a cutout sugar cookie. And the royal icing is not completely traditional, but it ices like a dream, and I use honey instead of corn syrup in it. Now, I am no professional cookie decorator at all, but I'm telling you, these are so cute. I'm so happy with how these turned out. I've been making these cookies for years for our annual Christmas cookie exchange, and I've made gobs and gobs of them for kids to be able to decorate. And they're perfect for Easter. With all that said, let's dive in and get baking. Start with 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and half a teaspoon of salt. Whisk it up in a bowl and set it aside. In a big bowl, grab 1 cup or 2 sticks of softened unsalted butter and 1 cup of granulated sugar. Beat it with an electric mixer for 2 to 3 minutes until it's light and fluffy. Next, add 1 large egg, 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, and 1 teaspoon of almond extract. Okay, that last one's optional, but it's my secret weapon for sugar cookies, and I can't imagine them without it. If you've never tried almond extract, give it a whirl. It's a game changer. Mix it all up until it's nice and smooth. Gradually add your dry mix to the wet, keeping the mixer on low. Stop when it's a soft dough, and be sure to not overmix it. Split the dough into 2 discs, wrap them up, and chill in the fridge for about an hour. This keeps those cute shapes sharp. While the dough chills, it's the perfect moment to tidy up and get your rolling station ready. I swear by my Bethany Pastry Board and cloth for this. It's my go-to for everything: cookies, pastries, and of course, lefse, and it makes rolling so easy with hardly any flour. Between uses, I just shake the excess flour off the cloth, tuck it into a Ziploc bag, and pop it into the freezer. You'll love how simple it keeps things. Grab 1 disc from the fridge. It might need a second to soften, or just knead it a little bit against the counter until it's rollable. With a pastry cloth, you'll barely need any flour. Seriously, it's a lifesaver. Roll it out into a 1/4 inch thick. I tried using rolling pin rings here, which are supposed to help keep it perfectly even at a 1/4 inch, and I'll link them below if you're curious, but honestly, I always roll past the edges and end up with these wonky sides. You might love them, but I stick to eyeballing it. It's way easier for me. Time to grab your Easter cutters. I'm using bunnies and eggs today, and I'll link mine below if you want to snag them. Cut out your shapes. I've got my youngest helper here, and he's all about keeping our family tradition alive, which just melts my heart. Place them 2 inches apart on a silicone or parchment-lined sheet, and they're ready to bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 12 to 15 minutes, just until the edges turn golden. Cool them on the sheet for 5 minutes and then move them to a rack. Keep rolling and cutting your cookies. Go for it until you've got all your shapes. Rework these scraps into the leftover dough. Just brush off any extra flour first. I love how forgiving this dough is. I re-roll it a bunch of times and use up every last bit. It stays tasty no matter what. If any dough sticks to your pastry board, no worries, just scrape it off with a sharp knife. It keeps things nice and tidy. For the royal icing, grab 4 cups or 480 grams of powdered sugar. No need to sift this unless it's clumpy, and mix it with 3 tablespoons of meringue powder. Then, in a little bowl, stir together 5 tablespoons of warm water, 2 tablespoons of honey, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1.5 teaspoons of almond extract. That extra almond kick is my favorite. Combine it all and get ready to whip up something amazing. Pop it in your mixer and beat on low for 1 minute to get it started, then crank it up to medium-high for 5 to 7 minutes or until it's light and fluffy and forms peaks when lifted. That's when you know it's ready for all those pretty Easter designs. Grab some gloves because this can get really messy and I'm all about keeping it fun. I've got 2 ways to get your icing just right. So a quick tip, when I say second icing, it's how long a line takes to disappear when you draw it with a knife. Super easy way to check. I love a 20 to 23 second icing consistency. It's great for soft piping and smooth flooding. If you're doing one consistency for a whole batch, start thinning it all in the bowl. Add water a little at a time until you hit that sweet spot. And then scoop out what you need and color it. Or if you want different second icing, scoop out a bit of each color, thin it with the 1/8 teaspoon or a spray bottle for tiny tweaks, and mix in your gel coloring. I snaked my coloring from Hobby Lobby. They were $1 a piece and it was a great deal. Gel is the best and it keeps the consistency perfect without a watery mess. Pop it into a tipless piping bag and swing the icing bag so that the icing slides to the tip and tie it off. To cut your tip, be sure to line up the seam in the center of your piping bag and snip off a small tip for a perfect circle. Start by piping the outline of your cookie. Keep the tip just above the surface of the cookie for a smooth line. It's my little trick. Go over the line again if there's too big of a gap, or grab a toothpick to tidy any wobbles. Next, flood the inside with your 20-second icing. To smooth out any big spots, use a toothpick and give that cookie a few gentle taps. If you want some fun color blends, add more icing now while it's wet and they'll meld together, or wait at least an hour till the base dries. I let mine sit overnight for raised details. Either way, they are so cute. If you're waiting overnight for details like I do, just clip your cut piping bags with a clothespin and leave them at room temperature. This icing freezes like a dream too. I love this trick for saving it for another cookie batch. Heads up though, the color might settle a little bit. Just give the bag a quick massage to mix it back in, good as new. While I pipe the details, I have to share with you an awesome tip. If you've got an eagle eye, you might spot little divots and craters in my dried cookies piping detail. This was most noticeable on my bunny tails and ears. It's too late for my cookies, but it's not too late for yours, and I've got you covered. I dug into this and I found a gem on HOMEgirl Cookies YouTube channel. It turns out those pesky divots pop up most when you pipe details onto totally dry base layers. If you catch it while the base is still a bit tacky, you can skip the craters, and timing's everything. But if your base is already dry, here's the trick. Poke a few tiny holes with a toothpick right where you'll pipe. The fresh icing fills the cavities and stops the dry layer from sucking moisture out of your detail as it dries. It's genius, right? Check out our video below, and this should hopefully save you on your batch. And here they are, my Easter sugar cookies with royal icing. I love to stretch these steps out over several days for stress-free baking. But the problem with doing that is sometimes people, who I will not name, eat the plain cookies because the cookies are that delicious. The matte finish is so pretty, but if you would like a glossier finish, you can swap out the honey for corn syrup. This is our family's longtime tradition with an Easter twist. And if you'd like the full recipe, plus a lot of tips and questions you may have answered, you can go to my blog link below. And while you're there, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so that you don't miss more great recipes like this one. Thanks guys for watching with me. I hope you make these and let me know in the comments if you do. And I'll see you guys next time. Happy baking.